Hey guys, Jennifer Turner here, back for another episode of EduSheets Toolbox. Today we're going to be talking about the match formula. And the match formula is really handy when you have two different lists of information. So maybe you have a list of students over here and a list of students over here. Or you have a list of teachers and a list of teachers, or a list of courses and a list of courses. And you want to know from one list to the other what is the same. So from these students over here to these students, which ones are the same? Which ones are on both lists? Or maybe from these teachers to these teachers, which ones are on the same list? Or courses, or anything we might be having lists of in school. And so what you're going to do is you're going to start off and you need to have both your lists in a spreadsheet. Right? With these sheets, I have put here a list of students who were potentially enrolled in October and a list of students who are enrolled in May. And maybe I want to know, of the students enrolled in May, how many of them were also with us in October? So how many of them were here in October and they're still here in May? And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to type an equal sign in a blank column and I'm going to type the word match, open the parentheses, and then I'm going to choose something it's going to look for. It has to be a unique value. I prefer ID numbers because every student has one ID number and you don't reuse them generally in school districts. You could use a name if you wanted, a course number, teacher name, anything like that, teacher ID, but you want something that's relatively unique, that there's not two of them in that list anywhere. So I'm looking for the ID number. So equals match, open parentheses number, and then the ID number, comma, space. Now where do I want it to look? I want it to look over here in my October enrollment sheet. In the column I have the ID numbers in. So I'm going to select that B so it selects the whole column, comma, space, and then I'm going to put a 0. And that means there is 0 deviation. That means that ID number has to be exact. It can't be 5 of the 6 numbers. It has to be all 6, and they have to be in the same order. So it has to be those exact numbers in that order. It can't be, let's see, what was I looking for? I'm looking for 353266. It can't be 532663. Or it can't be 353267. It can't be almost. It has to be the exact number, and that's what that 0 means. And it can't be a 20. Why did it give me a 20? Because it's telling me where to find it in the October enrollment. So Alan Arkin 353266 is on line 20 in the October enrollment. So line 20, Alan Arkin 353266. So Alan Arkin was enrolled in May and also enrolled in October. He's on both lists. And if you hover over the bottom right of that column where that dark blue circle is until you get a plus sign or like a target and you double click, it will fold it down. And so you can see all of those kids were here, but this one, Jessica Biggs, was not. That ID number was not on my October enrollment list. And each one tells me exactly where to find it. So line 28 is Araika Badu 358186. And so just that's. But what if you want to know the other way? You just do the match formula again. So if I want to know the kids who were in October who was still with us in May, equals match, open parentheses. This time I'm going to do name. So I'm going to select the student's name. Student name only works if you only have one kid with that name in your campus. Because if you have multiple kids, it's going to return the first one and not necessarily the one that you want to know. Comma, space. I'm going to come over to May enrollment and I'm going to select the column with A's with the names, which is column A, comma, 0. It has to be exact, spelled the same way, in the same order, exactly the same. Enter. Alan Arkin, or Arkin Aaron, was not here. Let's see if my formula is right. It is. All of these kids were not there. They're not on my October list, but these kids were. When you do this in real life, you won't see that you'll have huge chunks like that missing. Generally, it's going to be like 2 here, 1 not, but I went through and deleted chunks to make that look. So that's how you do the match formula, and it tells you when you have information on one spreadsheet or one list, is it also on the other list? Does it match from list to list? It's a good way to find out if lists match or not, or find out who's missing, who left, who showed up. To do that. If you have questions about this, drop me a comment. If you want to see it in Excel, drop me a comment. If you want to see something else I haven't made a video over, drop me a comment. But that's it for today. Simple, easy match formula to find out if your lists match. Talk to you later. Bye.